And if you've tried strategy after strategy and you still can't stay consistent, then this video is for you. So, like most of us, we've all been there, so you're not alone, but most of us have been in a phase where we're addicted to the hope of a new strategy. So we've tried a strategy, we've done the back testing, the results look great, it's exciting, we've maybe done some demo trading on it, we're excited, we hit the live charts with real money, and things just don't go well. And then we're kind of looking for an answer, like, why did that happen? What happened? And it's very easy and nice to go back to hope that a new strategy brings. And we're being sold new strategies all the time. It's really easy to fall into this trap. So it's not your fault if you're still in this cycle, but let's get you out of that cycle so that you can move forward and start becoming consistent and profitable. So stick with me, because I think this video is going to solve your problems and hopefully get you out of that cycle. So it's a bit of an addiction, this cycle, and you need to first recognize the pattern. Just recognize that you're doing this. So you're trying a strategy, you're struggling, you then have doubts, you start blaming the strategy, you go to Reddit, everyone says, oh, your strategy edge, has a shelf life, it doesn't work forever. And so you abandon your strategy and you rinse and repeat with a new strategy. You probably need to go through the cycle a few times before you kind of go, well, I'm doing the same thing over and over and over again and getting this, expecting a different result, but the result's always the same. So let's stop the cycle, and we're going to stop chasing new systems and new strategies, and stop chasing that emotional payoff that it gives us. Okay, so the real problem is not your strategy, it's the execution of a strategy. And even solid strategies will fail in the hands of undisciplined traders, unfortunately. So the fact that your strategy is failing and isn't giving you the results, it's just a learning curve you have to go on. You're a new trader, or you're new to that strategy. You need to go on this journey to get more self-disciplined and to become the trader you need to be to make that strategy work. And when you keep abandoning your strategy, you never really finish that journey. You just kind of start it again and again and again. You need to actually finish that journey, that horrible journey of losing, of the strategy not quite working, of making mistakes on it. And eventually, when you start fixing your execution of your strategy, you suddenly get into this phase of break even. Suddenly you're still making mistakes, having losses, but you're also getting some winners, and you're generally at a break even stage. It's a really good sign, and be really proud if you are in that phase, because you've gotten through the hard graft of getting through all those losses, and you're starting to do a few things right. Now you've got to just keep going, and we've got to really look at our execution. Okay, and the real reason we can't execute is because, one, we've got a lack of consistency, we've got a lack of trust in our strategy. It's very easy for us to lose the trust, to start doubting the strategy. And finally, we've got an emotional control issue. Losses affect us really badly. Just accept it. We're humans. A loss isn't just a monetary loss. It's something telling you that you're a loser. This will never work for you. You can't make this work. So this is what's coming at us. It takes a really strong person, and you need to become strong. You need to build that resilience to push through that and get to the good side of trading. Okay, so what we're going to focus on is your self-leadership in trading. So what is self-leadership? It's the ability to lead yourself through doubt, fear, boredom, and uncertainty. And you need to start building real consistency by having a strong mindset. The other thing that's really going to help you in this regard is routines. So just doing the same routine day over and day over and day over. And finally, accountability. So you need to find a way to have some accountability. So perhaps you have a weekly report you prepare or some weekly stats, and you share it somewhere. Perhaps you give it to your spouse to review. Perhaps you have a mentor who will, review it for you and give you some feedback. Or perhaps you're just posting it to a blog, even if no one reads it. You're going to feel more accountable. So it's a really good tool to use to help you gain the consistency and the mindset you need is holding yourself accountable. You know, trading is 80% psychology and 20% execution, but you can't do your 20% execution without your 80% psychology. It's really important. And note in there, nowhere have I said strategy is part of any of that. You can trade any strategy you like as long as you have tested it, it's profitable, you execute it, and you have the psychology to execute it. So, how are we going to break the pattern for you? First of all, just stop strategy hopping. If you have a strategy right now that you've back tested that's giving positive results in back testing, and you've got a decent back testing base, okay, we're looking at between 30 to 100, preferably towards the 100 mark, of the same trade over and over and over. If your back testing is positive, then you've got a strategy, okay? So just stop strategy hopping. If you are right now stuck, you're like, actually, I'm not sure if I like my strategy or not, have a look in the description of this video. I've got a link there to my strategy. It's $37. Maybe you want to learn how I trade, but it's not important. If you've got a strategy, don't change it, okay? Stop strategy hopping, step number 1. 2 is audit your process, not just your results. I've recently done a video on a weekly review system, and this is the best way to audit your process. It goes into step-by-step, there's 6 steps, how to audit your process. Okay, I'll put the link in the description as well. And then you want to track, using that system, you want to track your execution. How well did you just execute? How well did you follow your rules? You're not trying to look at how many RRs did you get? Is it a winner or a loser? You're just trying to be like, did I follow my rules? Start to get a good idea of, are you actually executing or are you not executing? The results are independent of that. The results actually tell you nothing at this stage. All you need to know is, are you following your rules? And if you're not, you need to figure out why. It's probably you don't have a routine and you're unable to be consistent. But at least then you're going to understand what the problem is, and you'll be able to solve the real problem, not think it's your strategy and solve the wrong problem. That's why you're not getting anywhere. We want to solve the real problem, okay? And remember, the system isn't magic. It's not just going to, there's no system. You are the system. It's all you. In trading, you are the system, you are the process, you are the operations, you are the auditor, you are the compliance person, you are the accountability person. It's all up to you. And that's hard. So, give yourself a break. It's actually what we're trying to do as traders is really hard. And, stick at it. You're always closer to success than you think you are. So just stick at small improvements every day. Finally, I'm going to just close with a challenge. So, try sticking to one system for 30 days, no matter what. Don't change it. No new indicators, no new ideas, nothing. You just want to follow your execution, follow your strategy for 30 days and just see what happens. But you need to track if you're actually doing that or not. Make sure you're tracking so you know if you're following it or not. And if you break a day, start again. You need 30 days consistently. See how you go. It's hard. It's a tough challenge, but it's going to give you a lot of insight. And then, finally, if you are stuck for a strategy, have a look at my strategy. And if you're finding that you do this challenge and you have issues with it, you are like, I can't get past 2 or 3 days of not sticking to it, you might want to look into my coaching program. I work one-to-one with traders to really understand why can you not execute. And we've got lots of tools to help you fix that. But the important thing is start focusing on improving execution. Stop changing your strategy, because you're just spinning your wheels. You're going to get nowhere by just changing strategy. It will keep you a losing trader forever. So just stick to a good strategy with good back testing, and start focusing on execution. If you are going to do this challenge, then I want to hear how it went. Like, how did it go? What got in your way? Did you get through the 30 days? Didn't you? How many days did you get through? And then what were the real challenges you faced? I'd love to hear how it goes. So good luck.